Why are you mad?
I don't like Stafford. I've never liked
Why would you be
Stafford.
Why?
mad? You guys were like bandits. You
Oh,
like thieves in the night.
I've
you
never liked
never
Stafford.
liked Stafford? Oh,
I
that's
never
such a
liked
cold
Matthew
take.
Stafford.
That's a cold ass take.
Yes, that's it.
Why? Why you not like Stafford?
Oh, yes. Actually, I like the second one a lot. I didn't like Matthew Stafford because, okay, yeah, we didn't have the best team around him, but he would routinely freeze in the third quarter.
Let's
And
be
we
honest
went,
though.
yeah.
At a certain point, you did have like Kenny
No,
Galladay, Marvin Jones Jr. Like he had some receivers to throw the ball to.
KG was, see, the thing with KG was he was hurt most of the year. Kenny G 313 was
Definitely this
hurt.
year he was hurt like the
Yeah,
entire season practically.
but
And Marvin Jones
Kenny
is
Galladay is
inconsistent all his
Kenny
career.
Kenny
Yeah.
Galladay and Marvin Jones are underrated as hell.
But like at the same
Underrated if they
time, last season they
perform.
were both like 1,000-yard receivers.
Yeah, exactly. And the
Like
thing with
I
me is
guess the
you can
season's still
still have
going on. So yeah, last season.
you can still have a good team and not have a great running game. And even the year
Or
can't-
a good defense.
we had a
True.
our defense
That was like the Chiefs.
Well, our defense was seventh, somewhere between 7th and 10th in the league in 2014, and we couldn't beat the Cowboys.
Well, that
in
seems
the
like a you
wild card.
problem that you couldn't beat
because
the
of
Cowboys.
that bullshit Pettigrew thing where we got the flag picked up and then Dez came with his helmet off and ruined my life. He looked like shit this year, though.
Yeah.
Stafford looked like dog shit.
I mean, the whole Lions team looked like dog
Well,
shit.
here's the thing: is Stafford's O-line is actually pretty good now, and he could not. Like I said, I watched so many games where there'd be a wide open receiver in the flat, and he would just miss his head by like 15 yards.
Well, I mean, we'll see what he does.
He's got to prove me wrong.
LA.
That's what I'm saying. You got the team now. No excuses this time.
Yeah, it is
Prove
no
me wrong.
excuses.
Prove me wrong, Stafford.
And it's funny how they're saying oh, he doesn't have a playoff win. No shit, he played with the Lions.
Well,
like the Lions are like a losing. Like they're like
we were the better
Jets.
team against the Cowboys in 2014. We were.
Again, that seems like your fault that you guys lost to the Cowboys.
It was, but our defense
how
was
did you
good
guys
that game.
lose? How did you guys lose to the Cowboys?
2015, we got fucked on the batted ball. That I'm still mad about. They do you guys know about that play? Basically, I think Calvin dropped the ball, and no, Calvin fumbled in the end zone, and as it came out, KJ Hamler, I believe, knocked the ball out of the end zone, which you can't do. And they penalized. There was no penalty. It turned the entire game on its head, and we lost to the Seahawks. That was the last wild card game I ever watched.
So what? That was 2015. That was the last time you guys made the playoffs.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
We've been 9-7 my whole life.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like that's the whole point. Like
always average enough to win, to break 500, but never bad enough to get a top pick.
I've never seen the Lions be like nice like that, where they're like, ooh, they could really do something.
Nice like that. We were.
Like really, were you done?
11-5. Take into account Jim Schwartz was our head coach, and we had Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley before he ate himself out of the league. Was so good.
Is this Ndamukong Suh that's stepping on people?
That was so fun. That added such a fun element to the game. You're like, is Suh gonna kill somebody?
I mean, those were the years for the defense for Detroit.
For a very long time, my cousin looked like Matthew Stafford, and one time he was up in like the high seats at Ford Field, and this guy was like, "Hey, are you Stafford's brother or something?" And he turns to him and he goes, "If I was Stafford's brother, you think I'd be sitting this high up?" And the guy goes, "Oh, that's fair," and he just turned back around.
You think my nose would be bleeding right now? Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right,
yeah. So we kind of already started. So
yeah, we did. I started saying "fuck you, Matthew Stafford," and I don't mean that, but I'm happy to see a change.
Yeah. So I'm Dan. That's Mike over there, and that's Justin. And we're just here to talk about some shit going on in sports world and anything really. To be honest, I know Justin loves The Bachelor. You actually want to start there, Justin? Let's talk about The Bachelor. And
Bachelor update.
teach us
Dog
about The
shit.
Bachelor. 'Cause I got nothing.
It's about to go down tonight. You got some ugly ass mean girls who are bullying some new girls. Dog. Then like the chick who showed up with a dildo. Matt called it a lightsaber. She's standing up for all the old chicks because like they brought in like 5 new girls the other week, and like these girls were here for like 3 weeks. They were sour as shit. Like, damn, how y'all bringing in some new people when we already tried like getting our like relationship going? I'm like, we ain't get enough time. So all that other like petty bullshit. So they were like bullying them and all that. I'm just like, man. But then he had the ugly ass chicks going after this one girl who was clearly just downright gorgeous.
Oh.
So like it's about to culminate in like a confrontation tonight because like the chick with the showed up with a dildo. She went and told Matt about how like these 2 girls were like bullying a girl. Literally said like she might be an escort. Literally shit. Ooh. Yeah, shit like that. It started like rumors. Like the chick with the dildo literally went up to Matt and was telling him about this shit and how like girls are bullying the new girls at the end of last week's episode. So literally we're about to see it go down tonight.
Why do I want to watch this like so intensely now?
Come on, you gotta watch this shit.
I do.
I literally told my best friend's boyfriend about it, and he literally went back to his crib and binged like literally the first 3 episodes. And to be honest, by now he is ready to watch a new episode tonight.
So how deep are we in this season?
This is episode 5.
Okay. And how long do these usually last? Like, cause I don't know anything.
They're like, it's like from 8 to 10. But if you sub out the commercials, it's about like hour and a half show.
Okay. Hey man, this might be a new thing.
Yeah.
So, might have to hop on this Bachelor, Mike.
We really no, not like that, but like we should really watch the show.
We gotta make it a section, Bachelor update.
Yeah. Oof, I don't know about that. But I mean, other than the Bachelor, like, this is a big week in sports, to be honest. This is Super Bowl week, boys.
Finally
here. I mean, I feel like we kind of knew who would be in the Super Bowl. Like on one side, we knew KC was going to get here.
Let's be honest, everybody was saying like it was going to be a Chiefs-Bucks Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's like, the Bucks probably could get there. But everybody knew the Chiefs were going to get there. It was a matter of could the Bucks get there? And I mean, they showed they had all the pieces to get there against the Packers. So this is going to be fun. I don't know. What you guys think?
Both teams are just so good all around. Like there's not like a clear, like glaring weakness to exploit on either side. Because the Chiefs defense has bucked a huge trend of being bad. Like Frank Clark, Chris Jones, Honey Badger, they're all great. And then like, oh my God, like you got 2 of the top offenses, 2 of the top deep. It's exciting. It's just exciting.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you a little bit right there because right now you have the Chiefs. I think they're really gonna miss Eric Fisher.
Yeah,
he tore his Achilles against the Packers.
I forgot about that.
And they're already down their other starting tackle. So like, plus like their starting guard just didn't opted out of the season altogether to be like a frontline hospital guy in Canada.
Yeah, doctor.
Who the fuck knew?
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Well, like their offensive line has been piecemeal and just like a shit show all season.
Yeah.
And now they're going up against a solid defensive front 7 when you add like Shaq Barrett, JPP, and Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea, who looked great in like the limited time he was playing last game against the Packers. So I think that's literally one of the areas that that's like the most important matchup.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Patty Mahomes is a freak against the blitz.
Yeah, he's magic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you have that pressure coming off, when you can rush 4 and have that much pressure, you can drop everybody. You drop 7 into coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he showed all season. Like, if you rush 4, except that one game against the Bills in their first game. But then in the second game, they tried it, and he just shredded it. So,
right.
I mean, like, it's going to be up to him.
But at the same time, you can go double team and bracket. When you have 7 people you can drop into coverage, you can go double team and bracket Tyreek Hill. You can even double team freaking Travis Kelce and you still have people to match up on the rest of the receivers. You can play zone behind that.
Yeah.
Plus, the Chiefs don't run, or they don't like running. So even having Clyde Edwards-Helaire doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And even if they wanted to run, the Bucs have the best run defense in the NFL. So it's going to be a very one-dimensional game, I would see, from the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are the type of team that will be like, okay, we're going to dominate you doing what we do, and you guys can try your best to try to stop that shit.
Yeah.
Which literally was like their first meeting when Tyreek Hill just torched them.
200 yards in the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
I see Todd Bowles being prideful enough to change up like his defensive scheme against them, knowing that this dude literally was like, help is on the way on the sideline when he torched the shit out of torched the shit out of Carlton Davis.
He did a backflip into the end zone.
No, dog. He backpedaled into the end zone one time, and then just for good measure, backflipped into the shit the second time.
It was crazy. Like
if they weren't rewatching that in that DB room as motivation to not get dog walked by this one guy, then I don't know what to expect from them. Like, they really must not have cared that much about getting like their shit rocked. By someone who's like, what, 5'10", 185, maybe.
He's unstoppable in the
100%.
There's no that's the thing about the Chiefs is you can game plan all you want, but you got two of the best to ever do it. And then you guard Tyreek Hill and Tyreek Hill's Travis Kelce's 30 yards down the field.
But like the Bucs have the weapons to keep up as long as Brady doesn't throw 3 picks again.
Yeah, that's the thing. They gotta make sure that they execute correctly because, like you said, they have the right matchups. It's just like they could totally screw it all with how they run their game plan.
And like the Packers defense, but not to that degree, the Chiefs defense can be had.
Yeah.
But I think with the Chiefs defense, I feel like they have a way better pass rush with Chris Jones, Clark off the edge. They definitely have a better, safety. Tyrann Mathieu is just a ball hawk. He just finds the ball.
But there's a reason why the Chiefs literally never covered the entire season. Like, their offense is amazing, but for some reason, they were always in close enough, like, one-score games.
Yeah.
But they always just find a way to win in the end.
Right. So, and, like, to a certain point, I feel like that catches up with you. And they're kind of riding being able to do that. Literally starting last playoffs when they were literally down by, like, multiple touchdowns in, like, almost every game, having to come back to win. I just think that if your defense, like, for example, when they played Miami sucks on offense, but somehow, some way, granted, it helped that Mahomes threw 2 picks.
And he got sacked for 30 yards that one time.
Right. But somehow, some way, they only end up winning by 1 score when you would think they should have blown them out.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just going to put my trust in Patrick Mahomes. Most people are probably going to just trust Brady since it's the Super Bowl and it's his 10th time in the goddamn thing.
But this game is all narrative. It's literally all narrative. You got the GOAT trying to get like his 7th Super Bowl and hold off like the new guy on the block who's trying to get like back-to-back Super Bowls and be the first one to do it since Brady did it.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I think that the whole thing is if Mahomes wins, like, he will be the next GOAT. But if he loses, it's going to be real hard for him to catch Brady.
I don't necessarily think so, because like Brady at the end of the day has lost 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
True. But then he's got to make up 6 Super Bowls. But then he also lost to Brady, so he's got to win more than him.
Right.
Yeah, like
exactly.
You never get to see this in professional sports. It's just because Tom Brady's career was crazy. Like, we never saw MJ and LeBron, but like this is what we're getting. We're getting MJ and LeBron. This has never happened before.
It really hasn't. I mean, like, it really is. If Mahomes wins, it's really that passing of the garden. Like, Brady came out and said that he really wants to play until he's 45. So that would be 1 year after his contract? Yeah, 1 year after his contract ends.
Well, to be honest, if Brady didn't love football so goddamn much, I could see him retiring after this game if they win.
Yeah.
Because like at that point, he literally has nothing else to prove because it would have quieted the narrative that like he couldn't do it without Belichick.
Yeah. You hear what Edelman said too?
What?
I believe it was Edelman who said it.
Oh, it was
Amendola.
Amendola?
Yeah,
there we go.
Amendola. I get the two confused a lot. They're just short white dudes.
They're the same
That was literally
person, basically.
that was literally the Patriots' entire receiving core.
Yeah.
And now they got
Short
Scotty
white
Miller.
dudes, and then there was Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like
For like 1 year.
yeah.
And but he said that there is no Patriot way. He said Tom Brady is the Patriot way. Like it was he was in the organization longer than anybody, really. He said it's all Brady. Like that's pretty profound.
And it wasn't necessarily that people wanted to go like play for the Pats because of like they wanted to be a member of like want to be coached by Bill Belichick, this, that, and the others, because like they knew that playing with Brady gave them the best chance to win.
Exactly. Like I kind of liken it to I went to Catholic school a lot when I was younger, and it's like okay, I'm not gonna go to like you guys probably know Paramus Catholic in New Jersey, like literally
not
it's
the
like
biggest
that
school in Jersey, but it's all right.
Rashawn Gary. Like all the talent they produce, you're not going there because you got to wear a uniform and you got to go to church twice a week. And no, you're going so you can play on the best team possible. Like you're gonna, adhere to all the stupid dress codes and shit as long as you can play with the best.
Like I literally liken people wanting to play with Tom Brady to like LeBron in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna take the minimum. People are gonna take like pennies on the dollar. Because even while he's with the Pats, that's literally what Tom Brady was doing. He was taking pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, and
like at the end of the day, you want to win.
Antonio Brown has literally put his health like first for the first time in his life to play with Tom Brady. Like we haven't had an incident from him yet, which is insane.
Like this guy's worth 15+ mil.
Oh yeah.
And he'll make maybe like another 750,000 if they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just because he was like, I want to win, and I want to win with my boy Tom.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna give you guys literally the biggest discount in like NFL history.
What if this was all part of the plan, honestly?
Probably.
Obviously, it is all the plan. It is the whole plan. Like
he's really a genius, and we don't know it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you gotta give Brady his full credit. Like,
no.
He made avocado ice cream a thing.
He went from 6th round pick. Literally, he shouldn't have been a thing in this league to winning 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
lucked out that Bledsoe got injured.
Yeah, obviously that helps. Obviously, things gotta fall your way, and then you have to take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with all this coming up right now, and Brady succeeding, I feel like it's taking a little away from Belichick. I feel like they're all saying it's, now this is all Brady. Now this is all Brady. I mean, like, it can't just be all Brady. It's got to be like 50-50. I feel like it's a 50-50 thing.
And you also got to understand the what Bill Belichick got this year was a shell of a team that sold out to make 5 consecutive Super Bowls or get there. Almost get there.
Literally had nobody, and then they had 10 opt-outs.
Yeah, they sold out. They let all their guys go. Exactly. Like Bill, you can't shit on Bill Belichick. Like, what do you really expect him to do when your number? Okay, they've drafted horribly recently, but what do you expect him to do when you have Cam throwing to Keneal Harry?
Always drafted terribly.
Yeah, that's your number one option. Keneal Harry to Cam Newton, on a connection. That's supposed to win a Super Bowl.
I don't even know who the fuck Jacoby Myers was until he started being relevant in fantasy. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest here. The Pats were never great at drafting.
No.
But let's also be honest in that Bill Belichick didn't see top end success until he and Brady were together.
Yeah.
Because think about it, when he was coach of the Browns in the 90s, they got to the playoffs, but also who else was on that staff? Nick fucking Saban.
Yeah.
Yeah,
who's literally the best coach in college football history.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. He's not an offensive guy. He's the defensive guy.
Yeah.
Right. So, but it's everybody wants to act as if Belichick did it himself. But at every step of the way, he had somebody elite by his side, whether it was Nick Saban as a coach or Tom Brady as a player.
Well, think about
this. And Tom Brady is proving that right now. And that's what makes Belichick look worse. The fact that Tom Brady can go somewhere else and literally get there the first year. And everybody, just like they wanted to go to the Pats, wanted to go to the Bucks, and they experienced that same success.
Tampa Bay had a better cutout team that Brady was inheriting, though. They were very, we all knew they were well-rounded. They had great weapons. They just had Jameis, eye surgery, Winston playing for them.
But why was that? Their GM is literally notorious for drafting well. And Bill Belichick plays double duty. He's coach and GM. And they suck at drafting.
Yeah.
They drafted Mike Evans. Exactly. They drafted Devin White. The studs that they have were homegrown talent. if the Pats could actually use their picks. Hell, they had like 2 first-round picks the other year because they traded like who was it, Brandon Cooks to like the Rams.
Yeah.
If they had used any other picks successfully or like hit on anybody, then they could have been in the same situation as the Buccaneers because their defense was already top-notch, and all you need to do is draft some good wide receivers.
Yes.
But they couldn't draft anybody good with their first-round picks, let alone like their late-round picks.
No.
All right, so I want to add something on, like, you saying that they drafted well. I mean, I'm looking at like their first round picks right now. They've obviously hit on some, like Mike Evans drafted 7th overall. Devin White, Vita Vea.
And he's been a stud.
Yeah, but then you see OJ Howard. Injury.
He was a stud too. He just tore his Achilles or his ACL this year.
First year he was good. Since then, like, he's not really been like.
Who's his quarterback? Jameis.
Yeah, you're not. First of all,
hey man,
you can't say that because you're never gonna go 100% on drafts. At the end of the day, you're picking the guy who you think has the odds to do best, and it's not about getting it right every time. It's the guys who get it right consistently.
Yeah, but also the Patriots are drafting like number 30 every year. Obviously, you got to do your scouting.
But DK Metcalf was a 2nd rounder, and you picked N'Keal Harry over him.
Exactly.
And you picked all these, like Derrick Henry, 2nd rounder. All these amazing guys, you didn't pick them. You can find those 2nd round guys.
People didn't pick them, so I'm just saying, like, you also have to have your scouts around you. Obviously, Tampa Bay's probably got better scouts.
And let's be honest, Tampa Bay got fucking lucky with Tom Brady. You guys want to take a guess at where he is on Michigan's passer total yards? He's 10th. People their jaws drop to the floor when I tell them Tom Brady was average at Michigan.
The Bucks also drafted Chris Godwin too.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a first round pick.
And no, he was a 3rd round pick.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're good at drafting. And if the Pats were even half as good at drafting as the Bucks have been, and literally the Bucks are only a quarterback away.
Yeah.
So even the Pats were just as good, if not decent, at drafting. Yeah. I bet you Tom Brady wouldn't have even felt like he needed to leave.
No. Yeah. And then you're gonna gut your team and let everyone leave in free agency. Some of them I agreed with, like Jamie Collins. I thought they should let him walk, but like you're gonna let everyone go, and then just hey Tom, come back. You can throw to you can't throw to anybody.
Yeah.
But think about it. So when was Sony Michel? Sony Michel was drafted the same draft as Nick Chubb, right?
Yep.
That hurts.
It does hurt. So he was the 31st pick overall in the 2018 draft.
Yeah.
So let's see. Was Nick Chubb picked before or after him?
I think he was after.
I'm gonna say probably after, because coming out of that draft, Sony Michel was way highly regarded.
Nick Chubb,
look at him now.
Yeah, obviously. I'm just saying, like, coming out of the draft, he was supposed to be better.
He was a 2nd pick. He got picked 4 picks later at 35.
Yeah.
2nd round, 35. You just
look at that. Cleveland sucks, but even they were able to scout him.
Yeah,
I know, but you got
think
look
about
at
the Titans.
Situation.
Think about the Titans. Corey Davis at 4 was fucking dog shit insane, but
they were able to develop him into something decent now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not
4th overall pick.
He's not 4th, but he's
respectable.
Good. And you're gonna get AJ.
He's respectable.
AJ Brown. He's a good number 2 receiver next to AJ Brown, which they also drafted.
Derrick Henry drafted. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's all about, to be honest, to me, if it's not all about your first round picks, obviously if you keep missing on first round picks, you're gonna suck.
Yeah.
But it's always like the picks after 4th round, those are the picks that like they help win championships.
But it makes you wonder, if Bill Belichick wasn't the GM of the Pats, would they have been much better? Wouldn't they be in a much better situation they are like right now, or have been in the past couple of years?
To be honest, I'd probably say they would be a little worse.
I would argue otherwise.
Really?
I don't know. Like who else would you like?
If it wasn't Belichick doing both or just coaching? Because
just coaching. Because I feel like the Pats got super happy with the fact that, like, okay, they're like, we don't need a draft. We don't need to be good at drafting. We can just go grab some ex-lacrosse player, some like MAC quarterback who went undrafted, some short white guy, and Tom will make him look good.
They trusted that system too much.
And like Tom will make him look good. I feel like they fell in love with that too much.
But it worked. Here's the thing. is they're
It
a
worked.
dynasty because of that. And if they're gonna suffer, but you just gotta.
But it covered for the fact that they sucked at drafting.
Exactly. They were just
like we wanted to credit them for getting undrafted white dudes,
Yes.
but at the same time, we didn't like rake them over the coals for sucking at drafting.
Yeah. No, they deserved that, and people ignored it because how many guys? I mean,
because Tom Brady can make anybody look good.
Yeah. That's the issue. And imagine, if you had drafted a little better in recent drafts where we saw a lot of second, third round gems, like they would have been unstoppable, but they just didn't pick those guys. And you got to do better if you're a dynasty. For example, I keep thinking about Greg Popovich in San Antonio.
They hit.
Yeah,
hit when they draft. They hit.
Yeah, and even not Devin White. I'm thinking of Derek White, DeJounte Murray. Had it not been for Kawhi wanting to leave, they'd still be in contention. And it's
even think about like their old big three.
Yeah.
When it came to Ginobili, Parker, literally the only person who was like a top end pick that like people knew was like consensus was Duncan.
Yeah.
And that was just because they sucked for one season. It was like, okay,
and they got lucky
get this guy. And they got lucky.
Lucky to get
that draft. We don't want to go into that. That might have been, I don't know, maybe rigged, possibly.
No, that probably inspired people in the 2000s about like tanking. Like if you could tank from one season and get the number one pick, man.
Yeah, like I know because the stuff came out. They were like the players wanted to play like the last 15 games. Popovich was like, sit the fuck down.
I'm like, dog, let me kick you in the leg so you could be injured, so I don't have to play.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. And then you saw if Kawhi didn't want to leave, they'd still be probably third, fourth seed in the West. And
they had a shitty team and they still made the playoffs last season.
Yeah, that's what I like in it.
Or they almost made the playoffs last season. My bad.
If Tim Duncan had left the San Antonio Spurs, for example, they still would have made the playoffs because Kawhi did it. And they still made the playoffs because they had that solid core. And DeMar DeRozan is no Kawhi.
They almost made the playoffs. They were in the they made it to the bubble, so like they had a chance of making it.
You're a bubble team. You're in
and they had a shitty
Disney
team.
World. Yeah, you're in Disney World. You can do it.
Yeah. All right, but we're going off a little track. I just want to kind of sum it up. As you see it, all great teams can't be great forever. Obviously, they're gonna fall off the cliff sometime. And the Patriots were there for 20 years. Good ride. They had a good ride. They're a dynasty. They're gonna be remembered forever. Now they just got to come back from it. We'll see how they do it. All right, we just got one more thing to talk about, boys. Who are we going with? Justin, who do you got winning Super Bowl? It's 55, right? Super Bowl 55?
Yeah, it's 55.
All right, who do you got winning?
Fuck. I feel like
choice.
I know, because I feel like the entire season everybody's rooting for these two teams to get to the Super Bowl, so it's like hard to pick. But fuck, if I gotta pick one, I want Brady to get his Super Bowl without Belichick. So I'm gonna go. Aside from that, I'm gonna go with the Bucks, and I just think that them on offense and defense match up really well with the Chiefs. And that they should be better, like as a complete team, than the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to go with. I bet against him before. I did it last year. I thought the Niners were going to win. Again, bias.
My God.
Bias for Robert Saleh. That was the only reason I picked the Niners.
Never put your faith in Jimmy G, porn star Jimmy. No.
Well, that was like before Jimmy G slander was prominent. Now it's like he's trash. But I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. Dude is on another planet. I know that there's a bit of an issue with how well balanced the Chiefs are, but I think he can pull it through. He's just that dude. I want to see that changing the guard. I think Brady can come back next year, but I want to see him win his second.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to agree with you, Mike. The reason why is I'm going to say it's not even going to be because the Bucks played bad. I think the Bucks are going to come out and play like their asses off. They're probably going to put up 30 points. In my opinion, just the Chiefs are just better offensively. They might not be better defensively, but that's not going to matter in the end. I just think they might be able to stop Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, but they just got so many weapons. And I don't know. I just don't think the Bucs defense is going to be able to, get that one stop that they need for their offense. And I think they'll have that last possession, and Mahomes is going to lead them down, and they're going to win back to back.
Yeah.
Plus, you typically need to score at least 35 points just to keep up and have a chance at beating the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
And we've seen the Bucks offense can get into a groove, but it can stall just as quickly.
Definitely.
Yeah. So other than that, what do you guys think is gonna happen with the Super Bowl? Super Bowl 55 is here, man. It's here. You know, we got Patty Mahomes versus Tom Brady, the old guard versus the new guard. You know, leave down in the description who you guys think is gonna win. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So peace.
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 All right, boys, good shit. I'll make those graphics tonight, probably tonight, possibly, but more than likely, yeah, I'll do them tonight. Fuck it, I'll stop procrastinating. I'll do them tonight. Purple, gold, black, white, black, whatever. Fuck.
Yeah. Whatever you guys want. Whatever. Yeah. I don't really care about colors.
Like, to be honest, like, play around with it, see what looks fresh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Cool.
And like, if you want, you can make like a quick like intro like video.
Yeah.
Know,
like some random sports highlights.
Yeah, and then you'll like you'll pick a spot where you want to like when we were talking about